All right. Good morning, young man. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. It's June 1st, the first of the month. Get to share this show with you again on the first of the month.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We know we're in Detroit, but we're going to make a quick trip to Cleveland mentally and say hello to that famous rap group. What that made the famous song first of the month. What's the name of that group?
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone Thugs and Harmony. I always said they was a rap group, but you should never collaborate with them because every time somebody collaborate with them, they find themselves going to the boneyard. But they still are a good rap group. All right, as you can see, I'm wearing my Pistons. I'm praying for a resurgence with Trajan Langdon, the Alaskan assassin. He made the unilateral decision, probably not, to let Troy Weaver go. And we hopefully we can do something good with this fourth pick coming up. But we're gonna get to that. We don't want to jump too far ahead.
We got the fifth pick.
Fourth pick, fifth pick. I'm mad they didn't get the first pick because they got somebody, they got some sense going to be picking it. Hopefully, we at least got to give him the benefit of the doubt because right now the guy that was picking it before, woo.
I'm talking about Mr. Weaver.
Mr. Weaver. Yes, we jumping ahead. We of course we're gonna start our first topic, the NBA conference finals. But before we do that, we want to say rest in peace to Bill Walton's family, NBA great, college great, UCLA, as well as Celtics, Portland, and I don't think he played anywhere else. This man was brave. He sat out the whole season for his beliefs in terms of giving my money. And he's a real guy, great guy. I actually met Bill Walton one time when I was in high school. I was on my way to the prom, and the Pistons were playing against Portland in the NBA Finals. And I stopped at the wrong hotel for the prom. I go in, I'm like, there's not a lot of cars here. This is where we're supposed to be. And I walk inside, and Bill Walton's walking out, and I don't hear no music. I'm like, we in the wrong place. And so Bill Walton says, hey, you guys look great. Wherever you guys are going, I want to go with you. And I look up, hey, Mr. Walton, how you doing? And I think he's a great guy. He shook our hands and talked to us. And he put up with me teasing him about the Pistons going to beating Portland. He goes, well, I know that Portland won the game last night, but I don't know. Down the stretch, the Pistons are probably much better than Portland. So I'm praying for my Trailblazers, but I think that the Pistons are going to take it. I have to agree with you. He was just a great guy. So, I've met other guys and stars, and especially when the North Carolina played against Michigan State downtown. A lot of those old guys that played in North Carolina, they were not very nice when they came to town. So I want to give a shout out to Bill Walton and rest in peace to him and his family. I hope it all goes well. Move forward with him because I like that guy a lot. He was a great guy. So just that one interaction makes a big difference. And when you see him on TV and how he acts with everybody, what you see is what you get. He's not putting on an act. He is who he is, and I like that a lot. I like that a lot about him. All right, let's move forward. Let's go ahead and the NBA conference finals. The Celtics took out Indiana in 4 games. Do you think it'll be they at least won one game with Halliburton had he played?
Nah. Because the writing was on the wall, man. You know what I'm saying? I kind of wish the Knicks would have played. At least we would have still had some basketball to watch. That probably would have went 7. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that Jalen Brunson broke his hand at the end, but who knows? I think they still would have been playing. It probably would have been right now like 3-2. We still would have had some because, we don't have nothing to watch till Thursday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's not like they can, they can flex. I don't see why they can't. If I'm the NBA, I say, hey, we're going to flex this to Sunday. We're going to keep it rolling. I don't see why they can't.
Well, you got to add travel and preparation and first 2 games in Boston. They got to set stuff up. So the difference is we changing with the times, right? Sometimes change is good. If you got Adam Silver, if David Stern was probably still alive, God rest his soul, who knows? It probably would have been Sunday. The finals probably would have started Sunday. Because the game was over Thursday. So what's the right?
Is the venue available? Are the Bruins playing still? I don't think the Bruins are still playing. I can check really quickly.
I don't think so, neither. I think that's over with. I mean, if the Bruins were, if the Bruins were still playing, push them aside. I mean, what?
Well, is there? It will be the conference finals for them.
Correct.
So you'd have to take that into consideration. I'm looking real quickly to see if they're playing right now. I know that Dallas is playing. No, Florida, and let's see here. I'm sorry. Panthers, Rangers, and Oilers, and let's see here. What is it?
Excuse me.
It's not Boston. Let's put it that way. It's not Boston.
Right.
So they could start in Boston on Sunday. That's what I would have did. Use your way. NFL would have flexed them in a minute. Hey, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. See you when we want to see you.
Absolutely.
Get your people in place. And it's a lot easier to do it with an 18,000 arena seat arena than a 70,000 seat arena for football. I mean, building or stadium, I should say, for football. So, but hey, I guess they're gonna stick with that, and so go ahead and let them get it done. No problem there. I do see a great series coming up, but before we get there, we got the Mavs and Wolves. Wolves did get one game at home, was it? On the road.
No, it was on the road. It was on the road.
It was on the road. It was on the road. Game 5 here Game 4 here in Dallas. Yep, Game 4 here in Dallas. They won that game. I think that series was a very emotional series, a lot of highs and lows, and I think that was pretty much the downfall of the Mavericks. Of the Timberwolves running out of gas after playing so emotionally in the other games. So we're on Game 5. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. I'm trying to watch. I'm on the clock watching the scroll to see what the scores are, and I'm like, "Oh, it's close. Ooh, what happened?" What happened? Luka went off in the second quarter and was a one-man wrecking crew and jumped all over him.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to this series, quite honestly. I like the matchups. I like the storyline. I like the fact that Michael Finley was smart enough to go over to Luka and give me that beer. He down there doing a press conference with a beer in his hand, and Michael Finley didn't even say nothing. He just came over to him, gave him an eye like, "What you doing?" And just took it right on the bottom of his head and walked away. And so they've been doing that a lot lately. We wouldn't even know words. Luka couldn't even say that. The look on his face was like,
right.
So, but that's what you're supposed to do when you're the president of basketball operations. Hey, we got to protect the brand here. The brand is Luka. The brand is Dallas Mavs basketball. And, I'm not saying you can't drink. You just can't be doing this in front of the press like this. We ain't won nothing. If it was a championship trophy in your hand and you had a beer, nobody's complaining. You got to keep the main thing the main thing. We got some big things going on also in NBA. Ty Lue gets a nice new contract with the Clippers. He's going to be sticking around a few more years with a couple more zeros in his bank account. The important thing behind that is that he was being wooed through back channels by the Lakers to try and come over there and take that job. And instead of go to the new building, he's going to stay in the old one and get an office upstairs instead of downstairs. Ty Lue said, "No, I'm going to stay with the Clippers," which I think is a smart move. Which I think is a very smart move. Why? Because the Lakers don't even have a prospect, so they say, for a coach. Of course, they're looking at J.J. Redick, and everybody's saying LeBron should just coach the team. I think LeBron should just coach the team. That's what I say. That would be my solution. I'm sorry. Let me turn these. I got to turn Captions on. What's wrong with me? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got Stephen Harris, and we got Stephen Harris. Hello, sports fan. And I guess he's saying our volume sounds great this week. Thank you, sir. We're sounding good. I almost forgot I got to turn on the chat. Let me make sure I got myself centered here. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Thank you, Stephen, with the update on the Women's Open. Nelly Korda takes a 10 on the par 3. Oh, wow. Takes a 10 on the par 3 in the Women's Open. Wow, that's like me. Me playing up at the putt-putt. I get 10 on one hole. Wow. Hope you still get a chance to be in contention moving down the stretch. All right, let's see what else. We got Mike Brown get a new contract with the Sacramento Kings. What you think about that?
I mean, they ain't going nowhere. I mean, you get rewarded for they went to the playoffs. What they lose? The first round?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. We talked about that. No, they didn't make it. They didn't make it this year. We were saying that
they didn't make it in the tournament. Yeah, I mean,
I remember saying to you that, hey, that don't make any sense. How last year they were so hyped and they were supposed to be taking a next step this year, only to take a step back.
Correct.
So it's something over there. They know something over there. They like him enough to do that. To give Mike Brown a contract. Maybe he was trying to get Mike Brown to go to LA, which I kind of doubt because I don't remember him, Mike Brown and LeBron getting along so well in Cleveland. I thought that he got the ziggy because of LeBron. But hey,
Mike Brown already coached him again with the Lakers.
With the Lakers too,
right?
No,
why would you go back and rehire him again? But I didn't see dumber things happen because the Raiders hired back in football. The Raiders hired Art Shell again after they fired him. So, man, I didn't see him
fired to begin with. He was one of the best coaches they had for a good long time. Just like they fired the other coaches.
I don't know about that.
They went to the playoffs with Art Shell.
He had the one coach. Then the one coach took him to the bowl, didn't he?
Yep, and they fired him. I remember that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We talk about the Raiders. They're notorious for having dysfunction. They got it right so far with the coach they got. They just got to make sure you get the right people around them. All right.
But Antonio Pierce, that might work. I mean, a Super Bowl champion. It might work. Who knows? Don't
worry, Steve. We're going to get to the Negro Leagues. We got that listed in the show. We're going to get there. Don't worry. Before we do that, we're going to talk about what we started the show talking about. Always got us ahead of ourselves. The Alaskan assassin, Trajan Langdon from Duke, University of Duke, coached by Coach K. And he's been around NBA circles for a long time. Very respected, highly sought after young man, brought in as the president and head of basketball operations. He had a short-lived conversation with Troy Weaver, and Troy Weaver was packing his stuff. All his bobbleheads above the desk, and he went out the back door. And last they said that he was on Second somewhere on Second Avenue and Cass on Second Avenue, trying to get a lift home.
Boy, just don't stop. Send all your complaints to Kamau Williams.
It's a whole. If you know that them streets together, it's a whole joke behind that. He's still on gas.
Absolutely.
He on gas in a second.
And all your complaints to Kamau Williams. I haven't said a word.
That's funny. It's funny. I think that's pretty funny. Of course, it's not true, everybody. It's not true. But it's funny. It's funny. It's funny, He's been there all night. Okay. I'm gonna stop. I promise. I promise I'm gonna stop. Okay. Troy Weaver is out, and we got Trajan Langdon in. And we got some questions, of course. Some of the questions are is he gonna keep the coach? And what about the players? I said at the end of the season, nobody's safe. That's what I said. Coach, players, training staff, You gotta go. You don't want to do a 360. You want to do a 180. You want to make total changes. So it's time to bring the right people in. That's what you got to do. And starting with Tranger Lang, I think that is a step in the right direction. I'm glad that the Pistons did make a change. You got to do something different. They were definitely the definition of insanity at this point. Not Linsanity, not Vinsanity, but insanity. So we want the Pistons to do better, to represent the city well. All righty, let's see here. Now, would you consider the Pistons to have a brighter future now?
No, because it starts with the owner. Your owner doesn't care. All you did was put coals on the fire. That's all you did. I'm still mad at Trajan Langdon for falling down in the 99 championship game against UConn. When you just fail and lost the ball and they lost, man. This ain't the answer neither. The answer is you must make Tom Gore sell the team. Your owner doesn't care. That's it. All you did was put a Band-Aid on a pothole. That's all you did.
Lipstick on the pig.
You said what?
Lipstick on the pig.
Yeah, you didn't do nothing. Okay, so Trajan Langdon moves Troy Weaver out. You still got the 5th pick in the draft. There's no prospects coming out. Who you going? If you're going for attendance or you're going to sell seats, hell, draft Bronny James. I mean, why not? You want to fill the seats, right? Okay, but right now with the core of talent you have and the chemistry's not there. They not bought into the coach's philosophy or whatever technique he's trying to sell. And then once again, at the beginning, like I said, your owner doesn't care. Out of 82 games, how many times is he down at LCA?
I don't think they've ever spotted him down at the LCA. Well, I know he was at the Albert. He was in Palace all the time, but at the LCA, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of him in the building.
So 41 games at home and 41 on the road. Out of that 41 at home, he's probably there, maybe 2? So that's 10%?
No, I don't remember him being photographed in the LCA unless he was having the press conference. I've never seen a picture of him inside the building. Bless you, sir. Never seen a picture of him inside. Of course. Where your stuff at? Come on, jump in and throw it in there. What you need?
What the stuff? Oh man, I got the new and approved. It's the first of the month. I downsized.
Okay.
But I always keep it handy just in case. Thank you.
Thank you. So there it is. But like I said, I've never seen him in the building unless it was a press conference announcing a new coach or announcing the GM or something like that. So I'm not saying he's not there for games, but the camera hasn't caught him in the bird's eye.
Trade the pick.
I'm not against that. To me, every option is open for the whole team. I don't think any player is safe. I don't think anything is out of bounds. Up to and including selling the team, like you said, but he's not going to sell the team.
So Trajan Langdon relieved Troy Weaver, so he takes over for Troy Weaver. Is that's what it's saying, or no? No.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, in the fact that he's head of basketball operations, so he can either keep it where it is and keep doing what he's doing, or he can hire a GM that he can oversee. One or the other.
Okay.
One or the other. So I don't know which one is going to be. The word is that he's going to hire a GM. I think he's versed well enough where he can continue to do it himself. That would be, I would think it'd be a good idea for him to do that. I'm okay with that actually. I hope either way. I just hope he makes some changes because right now, it's insanity. It's insanity. So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So hopefully we can have a better season than we did last year, and right now it's still a little bit sad. It's still a little bit sad in Piston land. But there is hope. There's hope. All right, don't forget to click like, click share, get the book Let me see if I can get it. There we go. Gratefulness Journey every day. Beautiful. There we go. Right. Written by, Mr. Marcus Holmes. That young man right there. The whiz and eyes in the background making everything happen for us. And also, what's our goal, Felix? To be the soul train of this generation. Every Saturday morning, while y'all cleaning up around the house, while you're putting your beans on soak for tomorrow, whatever foods you're getting ready for the day. Even if you're eating, the new generation eating some avocado toast and with an egg on top. Relax, and when you got a book in your hand, put us on in the background. We for the new vote, we for the old school too. If you normally have your Al Green on, put Al Green on pause for 59 minutes while we in here and talk to you guys about sports. And then you can go turn it right back on, all right? And don't forget to open those windows and let the breeze through, because we don't want you to get sick by having up all your chemicals and having them mixed together while you're cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, and the stove for the week. And then you got a mop. So you want to open up the window so we can help at the dry and get the smells out the house. All right. Moving forward, we got the UFL playoffs starts today. First game on the docket are the Panthers and the Stallions, an old school USFL game. Michigan Panthers and the Birmingham Stallions. Birmingham Stallions has the best record in the entire UFL, hosting the Panthers, and followed by the Bombers and the Battlehawks. Tomorrow, the Renegades and the Defenders, and the Memphis Showboats hosting the Roughnecks. Out of that group, only 3 are from the original USFL in terms of names. The other teams are from the other league that was created fairly recently. And I'm still getting used to the name Battlehawks. Hey, baby, I don't know. I don't want nobody mad at me because I'm talking about their name, but Battlehawks. Okay. For football team, Battlehawks. Maybe the Little League team, but Battlehawks. But then the playoffs, I'm pretty sure somebody is a fan of the Battlehawks, and they may want to be mad at me. Well, if you are, come on, talk to me. Tell me what I was right about the Battlehawks, other than the fact that they're in the playoffs. But hey, that's how it is. That's how it goes. All right. Also, moving forward, we got the WNBA. WNBA they're in full swing right now, and the Connecticut Suns 7-0, Liberty 6-2. The Minnesota Lynx 5-2, Atlanta Dream 4-2, Aces 4-2, Storm 5-3, Chicago Sky 3-3, and the Dallas Wings 3-3. Bringing up the Final Four: Phoenix Mercury 3-5, Sparks 2-5, Fever 1-8, Mystics 0-8. Indiana Fever with the number 1 pick has 1 win on the season. Phoenix Mercury at 3-5, which is kind of a surprise to me. Seeing as that they chose not to re-sign the young lady that went to Seattle, who's in playoff contention. Sparks are still a pretty young team at 2-5, and the Mystics with my favorite player, Deladine. I don't think she's there this year, 0-8. But I had to look that up. I thought she left the team. All righty. They were highlighting the charter flight program. They say it's running smoothly, relatively, which basically means everything hasn't caught up quite yet to the expectations. This is something that just started recently, so of course it's not perfect, and they said it'll be much smoother after the Olympics, because they'll be taking a break for the Olympics soon, so they can get the team picks to get ready for Paris 2024, and which is good. It's not going to take over. It's not going to be overnight. They are using the one of the best companies in the land, Delta Airlines, for their charter services. Delta charters the NBA, so the structure's already in place. They just have to free up a few things, seeing that they don't normally do it in the summertime, and the summer is the busiest time in the operation for Delta Airlines. We want to say Delta Airlines one more time. Delta Airlines, shout out to them for taking on that task and working with the WNBA. All righty, all righty. Now, did you hear the news? Did you hear the big news coming from the WNBA?
Nah.
They are considering talking about bringing back the WNBA to Detroit.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, they moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, I'm sure they
Yep.
are.
They're actually the Dallas Wings right now. It was Detroit Shock, the Tulsa Shock, then the Dallas Wings. The question is, will they give the name back? Because of course, even though it's not the Dallas Wings, the owner still pretty much when those go through, they still own the name. Are they going to give the name the Shock back, or will they give them a different name? I never, as much as I like the Shock as a team, I never understood the name in terms of how it goes with each team. Because you look at the Lakers and the Sparks, I'm like, how did that get together? Pistons and the Shock. So when you look at the Mercury and Phoenix, I got that 100%. And you look at the Skyline in Chicago, the Seattle Storm, of course, the Reign, Aces with LA, Las Vegas doing the gambling, the Liberty, of course, with Lady Liberty. But how did they come up with the Shock for the Pistons? If anybody have any of that history, I would really like to know. But hey, you can't complain. They won. They won 2 championships, 1 or 2, coached by Bill Laimbeer and
Rick Mahorn was
and Rick Mahorn.
Assistant, I think.
Yep.
I believe so.
Yep, it was funny to see them 2 big dudes out there, boy, sitting on the sideline like that. I'm like, well, they need to get them reinforced chairs.
Right.
Yeah, but they won. They won. The girls believed in the program. They believed in what they were doing, and they're winning. And then Bill Laimbeer took that tradition with him over to Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is still a winning program. Even though they're 4-2 this year, it's it's still early on in the season, and they'll be just fine. They'll be just fine. If they don't win 3 in a row, they won 2 in a row. Can't take that from them.
Right.
Can't take that from them at all. So, good luck to that. But do you think is we gonna actually get a team back in Detroit?
Where do you get the talent from?
Well, they already have a new team coming to Toronto and Golden State.
So do you have a tryout for them?
Well, of course it'll be, they'll get an opportunity to pick from each team like they always do in the expansion draft.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Do you pick up the phone and call Bill Laimbeer?
Honestly, I don't see why not. What questions would he do it? Is he at that serious point of retirement? Is he seriously retired? Because when you in sports, you never really retired. It's always one phone call. I don't know. Let me check my calendar. Let me see if I can still do it. Right. It's always one phone call away. That's just how it is when it comes to sports. It's always in you. Sometimes you need to take a step back, a step away to breathe a little bit, to get your bearings back. But right. I don't see why not. But at the same time, there's still a lot of great coaches that are out there. Maybe that's what Tom Izzo can do once he leave MSU. Because since he's putting out there that with this new NIL thing they're doing, there's a lot of coaches gonna leave. Maybe that's his next venture. To coach the new Detroit team. I'm saying that jokingly, but I'm also saying that there's the other coaches out there, the other great women coaches that are out there. Maybe they can entice coach from Notre Dame. What's her name's mom to come back and coach the spot?
Jay Knightley's
mom. Coach Ivy to come back. The coach the team. A former Detroit player, knows what it takes, successful. I don't see why that wouldn't be a problem to do. I think that would be a great idea. But there's always somebody out there hungry, looking to make their way, and there's a lot of coaches out there that'll do it. Gino's probably gonna be where he is until he retires. I don't think that's gonna happen. But hey, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know. All right, once again, don't forget to like, click, share. Thank you for everybody who has joined the Facebook group page, which you can do right now. You can go right over to Facebook, go to Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix, and join our group, Facebook group. Thank you to everybody who does. Thank you to everybody who participates on the page. Every week we get Steven on there. We get Kenny. Kenneth is on there every week. We get Greg on there every week. Yep, and just like Steve, right on cue. Steve says women's college is more popular than women's pro. That is very true. That's very true. But with the addition of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they are billing them as the new Magic and Bird of the league, and lots of conversations regarding Caitlin Clark getting pushed around, but Caitlin Clark been stepping up. They just need to turn it loose. I understand you have your framework, but you gotta let Caitlin Clark be Caitlin Clark. You gotta let her, give her the green light to hit them, to come off those screens, and like I said before, install the offense that she ran in college. It got them to a championship. Why won't you do that in the WNBA? To me, that makes sense. I know you got, Aaliyah Boston and other players on the team, but hey, where your money at? Y'all don't charter flights because of Caitlin Clark. Y'all getting shoe money now because of Caitlin Clark. Turn her loose. It is what it is. Of course, she's gonna get some rookie hazing, and Aaliyah gonna protect her, even though that was her nemesis before. Aaliyah gonna protect her, but hey, you still a rookie. Come on, Rook, grab his bat, bring them donuts. And I'm pretty sure she's not averse to it, as long as it's not evil. But hey, turn her loose. When it's time for the game start, turn her loose. That's gonna be my new mantra. Turn Caitlin loose. No, we're not letting her cook. We're not letting her cook. We don't want to be old men talking about putting her in the kitchen. We're not saying that. But we're gonna turn her loose to let Caitlin Clark do what she do. All right. Moving on. We got the MLB. We got the Detroit Tigers, who had a relatively good week. Last week they were 24-27. This week they are 28-29, just one game under 500. Who do they play today? They play against
Austin.
They are at home against Boston, right?
No, they in Boston.
In Boston. Okay, they're in Boston. That's right. They play Boston today and tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They are here in Texas, and I'll be taking my annual pilgrimage down there on Wednesday, down to the Shed, Globe Life Field. Of course, I'm going to go live for that really quickly and have some fun down there. And hopefully Tigers can take a game from the world champions. Let's see. Right now they are fourth in the Central, 10 games behind Cleveland. But the biggest topic of the day in MLB, of this week, I should say, National League stats are now being incorporated into the MLB, which changes a lot of things. Babe Ruth takes a back seat to Josh Gibson. So Josh Gibson leads the top three stats, the top three stats in the top three statistical categories. And a lot of people upset about that. But is it the right thing to do?
Maybe it was just a long time coming, I guess. Right?
Yep, I would have to agree with you on that. It has been a long time coming. Because they pretty much have a separate arm in the Hall of Fame for the Negro Leagues. So how are they gonna rectify that, or is it just gonna stay where it is and moving forward? They'll be a part of the committee. The committee will look at them like they look at the other players for the alumni. So those are a few questions that need to be answered. But the first step has been made, and So I think it's a great thing. I think it's really, really good that it's happening. There's still I know I posted the thing by Nick on Fox. I forget Nick's last name, the sports reporter, and how he loves the Negro League and how he had the jacket, and the player who befriended him and still checked up on him through his beginning part of his career as a sports reporter. So yeah, I'm excited to see this happen. I always thought they should bring back brainstorming, even if the Negro Leagues are now a part of Major League Baseball. How they've combined everything. I would like to see. I still would like to see that because I can remember lots of uh, my seniors in the South saying, "Hey, when the brainstorming went away, that took away a lot of the economy in the South in terms of how people, that was what they did. They sold fish sandwiches. They would put together fish sandwiches and sell them outside the game or at the game, and that was the concessions. The concessions. Of course, they had the little bottles of Coca-Cola, and they would put the peanuts in the Coca-Cola, and how they sold peanuts and how they grew the peanuts and roasted them. Yeah, oh yeah. Just like you go to a baseball game now, you'll see a guy. It's always somebody out there with that red wagon selling peanuts. You can bring them in. It's not illegal. You can bring your own food to the stadium. You can bring your own food. You bring your own water. You just can't bring in liquor. And
Okay.
yeah, so when you see that guy out there selling peanuts, you can buy them and take them inside. I normally when I lived in the city, I would go to the barber shop. There was a guy that would come in and sell peanuts. I would always get the unsalted because they don't have the unsalted. I'd have my brown paper bag of unsalted peanuts, and I go to the game and sit there all day, do the game, and eat my peanuts. So yeah, oh yeah, I would like to see that. I would like to see it because there's a lot of talent that maybe that'll also change.
Well, boy, gee, Wally, you was acting like Mr. Cleaver, huh? Gee,
That's
Wally.
all right.
Maybe I should round up Eddie and the Beeve and see what's going on.
That's all right. That's all right. We got to get you down here one of these years for a game.
I'm not, man. Look, you tried to get me to
come America. I said down here. I didn't say come America.
You tried to get me to go to the draft. You trying to get me to go to the shit. Why don't you just lay me on the? Why don't you just lay me on the train tracks, man?
We didn't even got to go see Tigers. It could be the Rangers and anybody. But we gotta get in the stadium together and do a live show, something. We got to do something.
You just want to go to court, don't you? You just itching to wear a suit, ain't you?
No. I'm not saying see the Tigers. I'm saying see anybody.
If it look, whoever it is, you're going to go. We're going to have a court date. That's the part you missing the whole thing. We're going to either go to 36 district court or we're going to wherever court out there. You're just missing it, man.
What am I missing? Fill me in.
Because, okay, let's say I come down there and it's the Texas Rangers against the Giants. Okay. I'm telling you what I'm going to wear. I'm going to wear Barry Bonds jersey.
So what? People do it all the time.
But it's not what I'm wearing. It's how I'm wearing it. See, that's what I'm trying to get you done. Okay. Steve Harris will tell you. Marcus will tell you. When I put together these ensembles, it's not gonna be nice, man. Then somebody gonna say something. I'm gonna say something back. Now we on Fox 2 News and
no. I wear my Tigers gear. I wear my hat, my jersey, and nobody bother me. And if anything, they compliment me on the one hat I got, the green hat with the state on the side with the Tigers. I get compliments on the hat. I have my glove. It's a good time.
That it's not even sad. It's just
it's a good time.
So we can with them being a game under 500, I'm getting closer and closer, right? Can we just say y'all lost a bet?
I don't know. I see some fight in the boys.
Why? Because they had on the Motor City jerseys and they went 4-1. That's why. That's the fight.
No, because last week at this point last week, let me scroll back up. They were
scroll back up.
24 and 27. They were 3 games under 24 and 27.
Okay.
So they've gone 4-2 over the last 7 days. They could have easily gone 2-4. If they go 2-4, then it's a whole different story.
That will start today.
That will start today. But didn't they win last night against Boston?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not for sure. I'm just saying. I know this bet this is going to be the best bet that I ever had because This not going to happen. Not going to the series. You might go to the series as a fan like us. You're not going to the series to play. No.
Well, I hope it happens. No, he said they lost. The Tigers lost last night. But
they did? Wow.
Yeah. So remember when I talked about this last week, it wasn't getting easier. Boston the next 3 days, and then the world champions behind that. So hey, you got to prove yourself regardless. You got to play. You got to play. All right, we're gonna move forward. Let's move forward. I'm gonna do an impression and tell me who I am, who I'm acting like. Hold on, sir. I'm parking. Hold on, sir. I'm parking. Excuse me. Can you tell me something? Isn't this young man's license suspended? Hold on, Judge. I'm almost parked. One more minute. Excuse me, prosecutor. Isn't this young man's license suspended? All right, Mr. Judge, I'm parked. Young man, isn't your license suspended?
Yeah, man. You know what? When I seen it, when they showed it on the news here, like I said, I don't know if y'all get.
Oh yeah, I saw it immediately. I saw
when Kimberly Gill was like, her expression on her face, and then her reaction was like, "Are you serious?" Like, you know what? Sometimes people are born stupid, and then some people are just, yeah. I don't know what that dude was thinking, man. Like, if you would have been stationary when you did the Zoom call, he might would have had a little bit like, okay, are you in a car right now? Well, you know, I'm on my way. Right, I'm on my way to the doctor. Right, but you go, because even the judge was like, wait a minute, I'm missing something. Mm-hmm. Like, wait a minute, I'm missing something. Like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. If he'd have been in the passenger seat or jumped in the back seat like he was in a Lyft or Uber, you know, even if he drove and got there in time enough to be in the car like he planned it off. But no, this joker is on live driving at the same time. So I'm not saying
that would be one where you say he was stuck on stupid and right, glued to dumb, and yeah, stuck on stupid and glued to dumb. Because I'm like, boy,
he got them all. Donkey of the day, he got all of them. He got all.
Yeah, he was like, you supposed to turn. You are to turn yourself in at 6 o'clock, man. He was like, what?
He was right. That's when I started laughing. At that point, I was confused like the judge first. He driving with a suspended license, what? And then the judge was like, we revoking his bail. You got to 6 o'clock, brother.
So he turned himself in. How long did he go to jail for?
He probably gonna be there over the weekend at the very least. This was Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday. I would, if I'm the judge, I just teach him a little lesson. You're gonna stay over the weekend. And of course, you're gonna have to pay a higher bond to get out. You know, for stupidity. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah, for stupidity.
Low crimes and stupidity. Instead of high crimes and misdemeanors, low crimes and stupidity. Now,
play dumb games, win stupid prizes.
Yes,
right.
Yes. Who amongst us has not driven, or maybe allegedly, possibly may have had a suspended license driven? I'm not saying I have. I'm not saying I haven't. I'm saying it's a bunch of us amongst us who may have, your license may not have been exactly correct. Your tags might not exactly been correct.
Absolutely.
We've all done that. It's your birthday, and you got to the end of the month, and also, oops, this is the first. Oops, the first is the weekend. I was supposed to get my tags right. And you still get in that car and go to church. You still get in that car and go to work on Monday.
Correct.
We've all done that. So I'm not saying that what he's done is any different than anybody else, but he was crazy enough to do this on Zoom in front of the judge. Now that judge, he's I wouldn't say he's famous, but he's been on internet before for other people who's done crazy stuff. The girl, I think somebody cussed at him or something like that. He was on there before, so and we know who he is.
Right.
We know who he is. All right, it is about that time. We're gonna take a quick pause for the calls as we get. We're gonna jump squarely into Stoopid Sports News. All right. First thing we gonna talk about is everybody's favorite rap artist, Sexy Red. Get it sexy, get it sexy. Sexy was on Monday Night Live or Monday Night Raw or something like that. She had her own belt and everything, home red belt. One of the wrestlers tried to take it from her, and as you know, she the victor. She was a victor. And whatever her little segment was, she wasn't actually out there wrestling, but she was tussling over her belt. And of course, it went viral. She out there with her song, and people was mad. What are they doing putting her on there, embarrassing Monday Night Raw, Monday Night Live? What is wrong with the WWE? I said to myself, no, because WWE has done a whole lot worse when it comes to their when they bring people in for ratings. I remember when they brought in the girl who won all the UFC fights. All of a sudden, she couldn't fight no more, and she joined the WWE. They said that was crazy. Who else has been there? All kind of singers and rappers, and I think Cisco was on there at one point. They had him on there, so she kept her clothes on. Of course, she had to go to twerk. She of course she did. She had to shake it a little bit on there, of course. But hey, it's been no worse than what they've done in the past. They've had girls on there who mistakenly showed their boobs. They've had girls on there who showed their bottom parts because their uniform mistakenly failed. They've had guys whose uniforms have mistakenly failed. So this is nothing new. I didn't think it was anything out of the ordinary. I'm glad that she's getting her 15 minutes of fame. She stretched that 15 minutes of fame, and pretty sure she'll have a new album out. I would call it Ignorance. That's what I would name of it. Am I showing my bias? Is that what I'm doing? Am I showing my bias? But I ain't gonna lie, you get hyped when you hear them little songs. She's talking about her baby daddy and bow, bow, bow. You get hyped. The ladies get hyped, I guess she's a woman of the people, man. Is that what it is?
Yes. When you put it that way, I guess, yeah.
She's a woman of the people. So congratulations, Sexy Red, being on Monday Night Raw, Live, whichever one. And congratulations to the WWE who's smart enough to capitalize on that moment. Next thing, what I call definitely stupid. I definitely called this one. Scott Scheffler. Charges were dropped. The golfer who ran the police officer over and dragged him about 100 yards because he wasn't going to stop because I got to get to my tee time, my warm up. Those charges were dropped. I knew that was going to happen. It was like, yeah, we're sorry, Mr. Scheffler, that we got in your way and you ran us over and dragged us all up the road, and I got to go get on workman's comp because of you. I'm sorry that I was in your way. And what word did I call that before? Privilege. Mr. Scheffler was privileged enough not to have. Oh, they said it didn't happen. The cop lied. It whatever it was. He didn't say he didn't do it in the press conference. I guess this is what was the vice president who shot the guy, and the guy apologized to him for allowing him to shoot him in the face. Well, who was George Bush's vice president? Oh man, George Bush number 2. He shot the guy.
What was his name? Cheney. Wasn't that
Cheney? Yeah, this remind me of Cheney. We sorry we got in your way while you was driving your car. We sorry, Mr. Vice President, that my face was in the way where the muzzle of your gun. This is what it sounded like to me. That's what it reminded me of. Dick Cheney out there pheasant hunting on that man's face like that. And last but not least, in Stoopid Sports news, we have Mr. Mike Tyson, and the fight is going to be postponed a few months. I was looking forward to that. I was looking forward to trying to go out there and get a glimpse of Mike Tyson out there at Jerry's World. He has an injury, and so they're going to postpone the fight a few months until Mike Tyson gets well. They're going to keep this fight. That they were selling pay-per-view up the wazoo for that fight. I was going to watch it myself, and I'm just hoping that Mike Tyson can get well soon so he can keep this fight on the books. I really do want to see this fight. All righty, as we go close, of course we got to get a prediction for the Celtics and Mavericks series. Who you got, sir? Who you got?
Yeah, Boston in 6. Absolutely.
I like Boston too. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I'm saying Boston. But I don't. But it's so many great storylines. You got Kyrie going back to Boston, for a championship after playing there. You got Tatum fighting the ghost of Kobe once again. It's gonna be Tatum. Did you hear from Kobe in sleep last night? When you was on the stadium, did you talk to Kobe? You gonna start getting them dumb questions again.
Yeah, Porzingis going back to Dallas.
But Porzingis coming back to Dallas. So there's a lot of great storylines there. I'm looking forward to this. And
if the Celtics win, they got more championships than the Lakers.
Yeah, they'll have 19 over 18. Or was it 17 over 18? Whatever it is.
It'd be 18 over 17.
18 over 17. So yeah,
that's why I said Boston's going to win. Boston's going to win because we just lost. We just lost who? Bill Walton. What does that city need right now? Championship. There you go. And 6. Possibly 5.
I'm going with Boston. My heart say Boston, but it's something about the the Mavericks, not the Magic. Excuse me, are playing pretty magical right now.
Yeah, but your 2 point guards, your 2 guards don't play defense. What I always say, you're going to have to play defense. They don't play defense. Neither one of them.
Yeah,
they play a
zone. They play that.
And you got to figure. The dude from Milwaukee, he's a champion.
Yeah, J. Rue.
And he's an on-ball defender. You don't need him to score.
Yeah, J. Rue. That's what they went and got J. Rue for. What's the toughest?
Rue Holiday. Yeah, Holiday gonna harass. He's going to harass Kyrie. Not so much Luka, but neither one of them play D.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Whew. My heart say Boston, but my mind say Mavericks. I'm gonna make a decision. I'm gonna say Boston in 7. I'm gonna say it's gonna go 7.
Oh boy, I told you 6, man.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for coming out and participating. Steven say Mike better nail Jake in the first couple of rounds. I agree, because if not, that youth and exuberance is gonna catch him in the late rounds, and I would hate to see Jake beat Mike. It would hurt my heart to see that. All right, let's see here. What we got? We have next show June 8th. We will be back June 8th for everybody 7 days from now, and it's going to be a great show once again. We got great sports coming up. We got UFL coming up real soon with the Panthers. So check out the Panthers playing against the Birmingham Stallions. And let's see here. Of course, great shows come up in the Love Stuff Diaspora. Tuesday night, the flagship show. Love Stuff Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern. Here on these airways, Dr. V show on Wednesday right around noon. Loving the Scriptures, loving music, loving history with Brother Williams on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Thank you guys for joining in with Felix and myself. And be on the lookout for me on Wednesday as I go to Globe Life Field, a.k.a. the Shed, to see the Tigers take on the world champion Rangers. And that's right, the Rocket Mortgage Classic is in Detroit coming up this week out and at the Palmer Park Golf Course. Thank you guys once again for joining us, and let everybody know we're still here. If you're watching over on another platform, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram? What am I missing? I'm missing one. Twitch, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. So if you're on another platform, leave us a comment, and we will definitely get back to you. Thanks so much again. Thank you, Felix, with the great jersey. We shall see you all in 7 days.